Hey guys, today we're back with another video. Today we're in the beautiful state of Colorado and we're going to be building a house in the mountains. The budget for today's project is $1.5 million. That includes the land, the structure, and everything in between. We're going to be viewing this property as an investment, a high-end rental, and we're going to be adding some toys to it so the renters can have quite a bit of fun. But let's hop in the Silverado, let's head on out of town, and let's go over and get this started. Guys, a few weeks ago we bought land and built a Florida beach house as a high-end rental, and we are booked months on end, and you guys seem to like it, so I thought, hey, why don't we add another rental property here? And these are a lot of fun as well, and if you guys do want to, we could add some more states, some different unique areas, which should be a lot of fun here. But we have so much work, guys. We have to build the house, we have to do all the landscape and everything there, but we also got to bring the toys over as well. Like always, guys, there's a full mods list link down below. Highly recommend you go check it on out, and please hit the like button. It's much appreciated as it does help out the YouTube algorithms. So guys, like I mentioned, we are in the Colorado mountains. These are very popular. You guys might be asking, what is so cool about a house in the mountains? Well guys, we could go hiking, we could go mountain biking, we could go on off-road trails with dirt bikes, off-road toys. You could have fun out on these asphalt roads with sport cars. There are so many opportunities, especially family things, and that is what we're going to be doing here. Hey, maybe I might do some videos on that. I think that would be a pretty neat thing here, but we are actually coming up on our property. It is just about 10 acres. I tried to find the flattest piece of land here. I also wanted it near hiking trails within walking distance, and I was able to here. You guys can see we are actually coming up here on it, but let's hop on out here. Look at that. Looks like there's quite a few local farmers, but look at that view, guys. This is our property here. Behind it, way up there is a mountain, and you could go hiking there, but look out the view of the front of the property there. The Colorado mountains has an unbelievable skyline there, which is pretty neat here. But the first thing I want to do is I do want to level out the land, just make sure everything is smooth, ready to go, and then we'll get this started here. It's going to be a pretty sweet build here, definitely a pretty unique one. This isn't like my usual types of videos, but hey, it's worth trying it. And you guys liked the beach house, and this one I think is going to be even better. Now, if you do have any cool ideas, guys, where we should build a house next, please let me know here. I really do like using your feedback, interacting with you guys in the comments. We have such a great community here, and I really do enjoy it. But this house, guys, we have some pretty neat things. Now, like I mentioned, most of the attractions for this area are going to be not at our house, but our house is going to be just a nice place to stay instead of a local hotel or anything like that here. But we are going to cost quite a lot to rent. It's going to be $4,000 or $5,000 a week. That might be pricey, but hey, you're gonna have so many things available: off-road toys, sports car, and a very nice luxury house. Alright guys, here's the house. It's a pretty fancy house. It's a little bit on the modern side with a twist of ranch style as well, which is a pretty sweet thing here. I think this is a pretty good spot, kind of off the street, and that's a pretty good position. Now, we are going to be having off-road toys, and I was thinking, what if we just put it right there in the garage? But I think having a separate shed, separate building is going to be the way to go here, especially with all the dirt, mud, and everything else that comes with off-roading. We definitely don't want that in the main house. We're going to be adding an above-ground pool here. Nothing really too fancy. I was thinking in-ground, but that's a little tricky trying to get excavators and all that equipment down these mountain roads. So that should be a pretty good position. And I think we're going to work on trees after we do the driveway. Guys, we got the driveway all built out. I will say, guys, I really do like that little bit of a circle up front there. Pretty neat. And then we do have a long driveway here. Now, guys, since we're going to be out of town, since we do need a little bit of security here at the house, we are going to be adding in a fence with a very nice gate, which we're going to be working on. But I'm just finishing up the sod here, just making sure everything is good to go. But, guys, I'm so excited here for this. This is going to be pretty epic. I definitely would want to stay here as well at a nice house that is kept up well and close to all the local attractions here. So the sod's a little bit more work here, but I think we're going to get to probably the fencing next and then the trees. We got the gate, fencing, and trees all done here. Was quite a bit of work, but look at that, guys. The front of the property looks unbelievable. I will say, I really do like this modern, rustic mixture of a gate here. Just look at how fancy this gate is. Opens up right away for us, and this is going to work out pretty good here for us. So really quickly, guys, I want to give you a quick tour of the house and that shed, and then we're going to have to head back into town to get all the toys. Here it is, guys. This is the storage for our off-road toys. It is a pretty fancy building, I will have to say. It's just pretty much a small steel building, and it was pretty cheap here. But guys, the best thing about this is the size, but also the door. We could fit so many things if we want to even fit an RV. But here we have it. We do have a 4-car garage attached here to the house. We'll go through here. This is where a few of the vehicles, a sports car, things like that are going to be. But inside, guys, this is a very nice house. Like I mentioned, I wanted kind of a modern ranch style house, and this is it here. This thing looks unbelievable. And then upstairs we do have a few different bedrooms. I think this is a 2-bedroom 2-bath house here. Pretty fancy. Hey, I think that's where I'm gonna be sleeping, but I'm gonna hop back in the Silverado. Let's get into town and let's go to a dealership and get all the toys. Guys, I was thinking about taking the Duramax into town, but I got a lift instead. It was a little bit easier, especially with what we're picking up here, but we're at the local dealership. Look at all these different toys here. So look at that, guys. When you rent the house, you get to enjoy everything here. You get an off-road Jeep here, ready to go for rock crawling. Really, anything you throw at it. A few mountain bikes, a few dirt bikes, a Can-Am. You have the Transport Utility Big Tex trailer, and you do have an Audi R8. I will say, guys, this is a pretty fancy setup here, so let's use that Jeep. It does have a hitch. We should be able to get attached here, and I'm thinking we should be able to put all of this on the trailer. I'm a bit surprised, guys, we were able to get everything loaded on up. We got the 2 dirt bikes, the 2 mountain bikes, and the Can-Am. And I will say, guys, along with the Jeep, that's a pretty sweet setup. Now, we might be overloading the capacity of the Jeep. I'm not really sure how much these can tow, but this does have a full aftermarket off-road suspension, which is pretty neat there. But look at this setup, guys. Imagine going down the road. This is your setup to go camping or something cool like that here. But let's get the engine fired on up. Let's head on over to property. Like I mentioned earlier, guys, vacation rentals are in high demand. People want to go to a nice fancy area for a week or a weekend. So let me know down below, guys, where should we build a property next? I really do like it. We have one out on a beach, one out in the mountains. Maybe we might just have to look at Alaska, maybe something cold. So let me know down below. I'm always open to opportunities, and hey, these types of videos are a lot of fun. But what's even better right now is driving this Jeep, and we actually are coming up on a few kind of mountain dirt roads here, which is going to be a pretty neat thing. But I will say, for the Jeep Wrangler, I believe this is the Unlimited. This thing is pretty fancy here, so this goes along with it. So imagine that for $5,000 you rent everything. I'm talking Duramax, I'm talking this Jeep, the house, all of these toys on the trailer. So that's a pretty neat deal. I will say probably even a little bit on the cheaper side, but hey, hopefully we stay busy. We are booked for months on end, and if that's the case, we're going to keep doing these types of videos. Alright, we're just making it through the gate here. I believe that is a 15-foot wide gate. I think that's a pretty good size. Hopefully, we don't have to get anything bigger. But with this big storage building, guys, there are a few lakes around it. And I have been thinking, if we do get booked quite of a long time here, I am thinking, what if we get a lake boat and have a slip there? That way, they could also use that. So many opportunities. And even if we go on a long drive, rent something, this would be a pretty good storage place here. So I'm going to get these unloaded. And I'm also going to get the R8 sports car over here as well, and then I'm going to take you for a full tour, and then we're going to call it a day. On my way back to the property, guys, I've been ripping the R8 here on these mountain roads. This is a ton of fun, almost like you're on a go-kart track, just that you're on streets with a pretty fancy car here. So I think, guys, we put so much work, a full day's worth of work into this, and I think we are just about done. The last piece of the puzzle was to get this over to the property here, and I will say, guys, this is definitely a pretty fancy place. Let me know down below, guys, would you come rent it, and would you spend the week here, because there are so many opportunities to do so many cool things. But that's pretty much it here. So you guys can see we got the Jeep, the Duramax. Hey, if you're a diesel person, you could drive this around town to go get groceries and take this off-roading, which is pretty sweet here. And then inside here you got the utility trailer along with the off-road toys, a dirt bike, that Can-Am, and the mountain bike. So I think, guys, a job well done, and this is gonna be a pretty fun vacation rental. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next one, and subscribe for more.